Hi friends, this is my second part of the music serial called Similar Ragas. Now I am presenting 4 such ragas which has got striking similarity to one another. First, I will be playing the Kanakanga Raga, then Todi Raga. After Todi Raga, there will be Thanyasi Raga, and then lastly, I'll be presenting Sindhupai Ravi Raga. Kanakanga Raga. I begin this program with Kanakanga Raga. Kanakanga is the first Melakarta, number 1 Melakarta Ragam. The nomenclature of Kanakanga Ratnangi 72 Melakarta group. First Melakarta Kanakanga Raga. It has got striking similarity to Todi Raga. Kanakangi Raga is not so popular as Todi. Todi is sometimes one of the best in case of popularity and fame. There is no other raga as par with Todi. It is so brilliant raga. In the past, there was a brilliant Todi expert called Todi Siddharamaiah in Andhra Pradesh, a great musician of the past. He was not alive now. He sang this raga uninterruptedly to 7 days, like a Todi Yajnam. The language of nowadays, Todi Yajnam, 7 days continuously from the beginning to end. He did not take any rest. That is a great, but every time he was singing the raga elaboration, raga rendition, new varieties were coming automatically, naturally, fluently, spontaneously. Everybody was wondering who such a great genius of Todi Raga. And Todi Raga is the masterpiece of many stalwarts of our contemporary musicians of Carnatic music. Balamurali Krishna, the late Balamurali Krishna, Semmangudi Srinivasa Iyer, Olati Venkateshwar Rao, Manakkalli Rangarajan, Mathura Somasundaram, popularly known as Mathura Somu. These people were the exponents of Todi Raga especially. It has got a good power. No other raga can claim the capacity to evince the power. The more one raga is capable to showcase the power or its emotional appeal, the more raga will be appreciated by the audience. If so, in my knowledge and belief, there is no other ragam in Carnatic music as brilliant as Todi Raga. Todi Raga is using the very tiny Sushma Srutis, intricate Srutis. You see, the theory of Carnatic music, every octave, sa to the Madhyasthai Shadjam to Meshthai Shadjam. This thai is divided into 12 divisions. 7 notes are further divided into 12 notes. That 12 division is found in Western music too, and the classical or folk music or any type of music of the world. This thai or octave is divided into 12 equal parts. And that kind of classification of ragas in the matter of tuning or dividing this kinds of tuning system. An octave is divided into 12 equal parts. That is called equal temperament. Temperament means tuning. But in Indian classical music, there is no case of equal temperament. It is called just temperament, just intonation. Intonation is temperament. Temperament, intonation and tuning are same. And that means sometimes Madhyasthai Shadjam and Shuddharishabham. The Madhyasthai Shadjam, for example, 240 vibrations, suppose, is taking a Shadjam of 1 octave. Then 240 plus 16 vibrations. Then comes the Shuddharishabham or Maya Mala Gavla. The Rishabham, Shuddharishabham of Maya Mala Gavla and another raga of Shuddharishabham may vary. That is the intrinsic characteristic tuning method of Carnatic music. So it becomes to some extent difficult to it. It is not easy work to handle, maintain the Carnatic ragas. It demands years of training to acquire, to attain a commendable degree of proficiency in Carnatic music. By the way, I am presenting such 4 ragas as I told you before. The introduction I elaborated because you got to know some basic things, intricacies of the surdis. The surdi system of Indian classical Carnatic music, as I told you, is called just intonation. According to this system, the first Melakarta ragam or Mela raga or Thai ragam or main ragam or Janaga ragam. There are so many names too, because out of these 72 Melakarta ragas, all other Jini ragas, whether it is Avadava raga or Shadava raga or Shadava Avadava raga or Avadava Shadava raga or pentatonic 5-note ragas or Vakra ragas or non-Vakra ragas, anything. All ragas, Jini ragas, is created from this Mela raga. And the first Melakarta is Kanagagi Raga, and the last Melakarta, 72nd, 72 out of the 72 Melakarta, the last Raga is called Resika Priya, 72nd. And now here I am presenting the first Melakarta Ragam Kanagagi. As I told you before, it has got some similarity, samyata. I will be playing continuously these 4 ragas, and there will be no announcement because as you know, it is somewhat a difficult thing to suddenly, temporarily stop the flute playing and announcing because it is a breath blowing instrument, air instrument. But after, if one raga is changing to another, on that occasion, I'll be given this explanation through the text. You can watch and see. Kanagangi, then another raga, Todi raga, then Thanyasi raga, then lastly Sindhu Bhairavi raga. So I will be silent when I am playing. So one thing also, I think that I have forgotten. I must speak you one thing also. Kanagagi Raga, it has got notes first, Swarasthanas. Please listen to me, this Swarasthanas. It is very important to know about the ragas and difference about the ragas. What is similarity between these ragas? To know about all things, you will have to got to know what is the notes, how is it produced, what is the vibration. So, besides Sajjam, the starting note, Sajjam, pitch note, Sajjam, then Sa, Shuddha Rishabha, then comes Shashurda Rishabha. Sam, Re, Re, E, this Chaturshruti Rishabham and Shuddha Gandhar. Sa, then Shuddha Rishabham. After Shuddha Rishabham comes Shashurti Shuddha Gandhar. Sa, Shuddha Rishabham, and then Shashurti Gandhar. So, in actually we got to play or sing or present sa, re, sa, re, ma, sa. What should we do? Sa, this pitch note, sa, then sa, re, Shuddha Rishabham. Then actually one Chaturshruti Rishabham also. And truly, really, this note called Chaturshruti Rishabham and Shuddha Gandhara is at one place. Both are using one position. In short, Chaturshruti Rishabham and Shuddha Gandhara are not two. It's one and same. So, sa, re, ga, ma, sa, re, ga, sa, re, ga, ma, Instead of that, sa re re ma chaturshruti rishabham. Sa re re ma ga re ga re. I think you may understand this difference. So, actually, practically, after playing Shadjam, Sari, then one Chaturshri, the adjacent note to Shuddha adjacent, the next note, Sari, Ti, Ma, Sari, Ti, Ma, Sari, Ga, Ma, and Ti, Ma. Both are said. So, I am introducing that ragam. First Melakarta Kanagagi ragam. It is a very interesting one to note that it has got its own power, emotional expression. That emotional appeal is very important. Most people in many fields of their work, whether it is a theatrical arena or film or folk music or martial music or agriculture music or anything. Agriculture music, there is music when farmers are farming or reaping their crops, they are singing. And traditional music, that is called agricultural music. Music is everywhere. Music is sound. It is another form of Onkar. This world, universe is believed to be created, born from Onkara, Nada Brahma, sound universe. Historically and scientifically, this belief have supporting aspect. You know, the Big Bang theory. Bang means a very huge sound is called bang. Big Bang theory. And it is equal to our the Oriental Nada Brahma concept. This universe is called Nada Brahma, sound universe. Sound means it is created from vibration. Everything, even the light is passing through vibrations, bit by bit. In the theory of Max Planck explanation, infection of Max Planck, great scientist of Max Planck, light is passing. It is traveling bit by bit, like using vibrations. In that sense, everything in this world, whether it is physical or spiritual, are closely related to vibration. So, in this world, the music is called Nada Brahma. The Nada Brahma. Word is Nada Brahma. Music has, Indian classical music has another name called Gandharva Veda. A Veda, teaching, spiritual teaching of great science, Gandharva Veda. You know, there are four kinds, Yajurveda, Samaveda. Samaveda is also Music is believed, it is derivation. Derivation is from Samaveda. Its emanation is from Samaveda. That is why Saint Tyagaraja sang in a song, Sarasa Samadana Peda Denda Chatura, Sarasa Samadana, Sarasa Samadana Peda Denda Chatura, Sarasa Samadana Denda Chatura, Sardite Ivamu. Sarasa Samadana Peda Denda Chatura. So, now we have 4 ragas. First ragam, Kanagangi. Then, second raga, I am going to present this Todi raga. As I told you, Todi raga is one of the very popular ragas, important ragas of Carnatic music. As well, it is one of the most difficult raga to maintain, because it is using a very tiny notes, sometimes 3 or 4 vibrations. 3 or 4 vibrations from one particular note to another note. Very sensitively trained ear can only distinguish between the difference of 2 notes. But the people without these kinds of theory or grammar of music, they can sing naturally Todi raga. That is an exceptional case, not ordinary. People cannot sing or maintain these kinds of ragas. But traditionally, hereditarily, they were taught, their ancestors bequeathed the knowledge to the coming generation through their vocal, oral music. There is no, when there was no writing and reading, or there was even no online net. So from ancient times, the history of Carnatic music dates back before Christ. Yeah, it's not a lie, it is truth. And in one of the teachings of the greatest scholar of South India and politician, statesman, Annaduri, wherever he speaks, wherever he speaks, he used to point out that the Veda Kala Khatam, the time of Veda. As I told you earlier, Carnatic music also, the Indian classical music also, a part of Veda. This Samaveda. This Samaveda. This emanation is from Samaveda. Also, it is also known as Gandharva Veda. The teachings Veda of gods and goddesses. So, it is Veda, very important to know theoretically and practically about the raga is very important. Our human life is only a temporary engagement. We will leave this world once. So, it is a very great important thing. Everybody got a need to learn music, especially art music, or classical music to some extent. In this times of materialistic culture or consumer culture, nobody has got any time to pay, to learn so much time, to frittering away so much energy to learn this greater, to this difficult art. I am telling you that I am not urging that I am not going to urge everybody to become a pandit or scholar in the art of classical music. That is impossible. Those who are interested to learn this art must learn to some extent, because after learning classical music or after learning to maintain classical music, singing, playing, theoretically or practically, you will become a different person, because time may come to an end. Time, the process, imagination called time. Yeah, time is only an imagination. Time may come to an end, but never so music. Music has no end. Likewise, because music has no beginning. Music is without beginning or end. Similarly, the ragas is history and story. History and story, both are same. It has no beginning or end. It has no birth or death. Another important fact about the raga, as you think that Indian raga, the raga system of Indian music is the gift of Indian music to world music. There are many types of music in the world, but nothing is equal to a raga. I am not belittling, nor am I underestimating the great music system called Western music or any type of classical music in any country. There are many types of music. Western music also very important and great as our Indian music too. There are things. But in case of the theoretical brilliancy, Indian classical music unique one. There are actually more than 2,000, nearly 3,000 ragas. Apart from these 72 Melagartha, big ragas, Thai ragas, Janaga ragas, Melagartha ragas. There are Jini ragas, thousands of Jini ragas. And many people, many brilliant scholars are creating further ragas. Balamurali Krishna has created a number of ragas to his credit. I also created 3 or 4 ragas, my own ragas. So, another important aspect of the raga is that raga, actually, you believe it or not, raga is not an embodied or bodied creature or thing. It is neither materialistic, it is neither spiritual. It is equal to human beings. It is a human being.